talk about Twilight with me. Okay, that's fine. Hello. Sinister things are happening on this week's episode. Hi, my name is Sasha, and today I'm going to be making the mushroom ravioli from Twilight. I'll redo that animation to be better at some point. So, yes, you may be asking, Sasha, who's this video for? Why are you making Twilight content in the year of our Lord 2021? Well, first of all, I don't know. It's for me. Second of all, Twilight is fun, and I like it. I like the movies. Anyone who knows me knows that I like Twilight a lot. It's like a very poorly kept secret. I will force you to watch all the movies with me if we are friends. I did reread all the books at the beginning of 2019. No, at the beginning of 2020, which is maybe what heralded the end of times. So I'm sorry about that personally. I was trying to think of any iconic foods from Twilight, and there are very, very few, but she does eat mushroom ravioli once. So let's take a little dive into that scene. I had to rent it from my library. Oh, should I like not have my whole ass identity on display? That would be a fun way for like my credit cards to get stolen. So the scene where Bella eats mushroom ravioli is very long. I'm not gonna read you all 5 pages of that because no one wants to sit and listen to me read. But I will read the both times that mushrooms are talked about. And the first time is Bella and Edward are at the restaurant. Bella has just been attacked by 3 men because she has the worst luck of all time. And Edward has heroically saved her. He's worried about her well-being, and so he's invited her to come and eat ravioli. So, are you ready to order? She asked Edward. Bella? He asked. That's what Edward sounds like. He's a much twinkier voice. Bella? She turned unwillingly toward me. I picked the first thing I saw on the menu. I'll have the mushroom ravioli. So she orders the mushroom ravioli. Edward passive-aggressively is like forcing her to drink the 2 Cokes that he has ordered her, which is, in my opinion, a very weird drink to order with ravioli. So she's sipping at her soda obediently, which is never anything I want to read with my fucking eyes. And he's like, are you cold? And she's like, no, it's just from the soda, which is also very funny. Don't you have a jacket? Yeah. Oh, I left it in Jessica's car. And then he's like, you can wear my jacket. It's Versace. And she's like, wow, thank you. Oh, it's so cold. What's wrong with you? And so then, the second instance of mushroom ravioli. I looked down, frustrated. I unrolled my silverware, picked up my fork, and carefully speared a ravioli. I put it in my mouth slowly. Still looking down, chewing while I thought, okay. The mushrooms were good. Now this is a very unhinged thing to say in my opinion, because as you will see later in this video, when you make mushroom ravioli, you're making like a mushroom paste. You're not just sticking a whole ass mushroom in there. And so, I don't know, the fact that Bella eats this mushroom ravioli and she's like, I can taste that the mushrooms are especially good. It's just very unhinged to me personally. Yes, I am being pedantic. Yes, I love this book series so much. Let's go make this fucking ravioli, baby! Do I want to do a less insane take of that? Now let's go make some mushroom ravioli, my friends. Okay. So you need all-purpose flour, 2 eggs, butter, mushrooms. I used baby Bella and white, a small onion, garlic, Italian parsley, oregano, mascarpone, parmesan, and finally heavy whipping cream. Because this is a recipe that I'm following and not one that I've made, I will drop that link in the description if you want to make it yourself. So I have never made ravioli before, and this is going to become quickly obvious to you. You start by putting a little divot in the flour, and then adding 2 eggs. Oh no! Yeah, just like that. Just like that. Genius. Great job. Excellently done. and then you mash it around with your disgusting human hands until you've made a smooth dough. Is this dough I've made smooth? No, but it's fine, it's smooth enough. Okay, it's fine, it's fine. After you have thoroughly smashed your boy, you're going to roll him up into a handsome ball and let him rest for 1 hour. While that dough is thinking about what it's done, it's time to make the filling. The filling consists of mushrooms, which you're going to dice very tiny, onions, which you're also going to dice very tiny, a little bit of garlic, and some parsley. The other stuff we'll add once we start cooking. Now that I've fully decimated every vegetable in my sight, I'm going to start cooking this bad boy. Do I say bad boy too much? Maybe. I don't know what's wrong with me or where it came from. First, you add a tablespoon of butter. Then, normally I would add all of these ingredients separately, but I don't know why this time I was like, I'm gonna throw them all in a bowl. It really doesn't matter unless your vegetables cook at different speeds, but for this, it was fine. You're gonna cook these until they're golden brown. Once that's done, you're gonna add parsley, let it cook for 20 seconds, and then transfer most of it into a blender. Sorry, I didn't get footage of that part, but you know what a blender looks like. After that, you're going to throw it back on the pan and start adding your wets, as the Italians say. Flour, that's wet, yeah. Mascarpone, Parmesan, and a little bit of heavy cream. Then you're gonna whip that all together until it's a beautiful little mush. I've also added some salt and pepper, but that's not in the recipe, that's just freestyling. Alright, it's time to punish your dough. I cut it into fourths to make it easier to roll out. You can cut it into thirds if you want. And then you go at it until it is, quote, as thin as a piece of paper and you can see your hands through the dough. I could not get it that thin because I'm doing it with my human hands and not a pasta maker. So I just got it as thin as I could possibly make it and then cut it out with a glass and then rolled out that dough a little more once I'd had it cut into circles. After that, you throw your filling in, press down the wrappers, I crimp them together with a fork, and you're done. Now you can do that about 20 more times. You are so close to being done. Congratulations. Now it's time to throw those ravioli into the water. I let them boil for 5 minutes, and then it was time to put a little bit of butter and parsley on top. Not in the recipe, but I finish it off with a little bit of Parmesan. And then you've done it. Congratulations. Am I gonna say this every time? I don't know. I need to think of a different way to finish a food. I'm sorry that you're gonna hear all of everything. That took me for fucking ever. Yeah, so let's try it. Gushy. That's just what Edward said about Bella's blood. Yeah, the dough is very tender, which is nice. I could fall in love with a vampire while eating this. Sure. Concluding thoughts. Would not make pasta again without a pasta machine. That sucked. Twilight is a good movie, and the books are okay, but they are very fun to read, and you should reread them. It's the Twilight Renaissance. If you've never read Twilight, you have to read Twilight at least once. 3, Stephenie Meyer needs more iconic food in her books. But I do appreciate that this is one of the only book foods that I've come across that's vegetarian, so I didn't have to adapt it in a weird way. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if there are any other iconic foods that I should make. I'm gonna finish eating this ravioli now, and have a great one. You know.